Hello, friends. Chuck the Book Dweller coming at you on a Sunday in the 50s, Saturday afternoon. Beautiful downtown Northside, Ohio, suburb of Cincinnati, home base for Aurora Press. Anyway, I was listening to some serious punk rock before I decided to do this video. So, this is going to be the author spotlight of Jack Ketchum, one of the all time greatest horror writers, whatever you want to call him, of all time. No shit. So, but I was listening to Fear, The Misfits, Black Flag, Agent Orange, all this great punk rock stuff. So I'm starting to get a little pissy and a little upset, but my knees hurt and I got a bad attitude. So, but anyway, who gives a rat's ass? So anyway, let's get into some Jack Ketchum, and then I got some. So I pulled out some 45s from the stack. Uh, you'll see when we get there. So anyway, let's get into Mr. Ketchum. As everyone knows, I don't know how to edit shit. So if something happens, if I got I knocked the shit over, which I've already done 3 times. So, so I'd start the shit over because I don't know what I'm doing. So, anyway, let's get into Jack Ketchum. Right off the bat, we got cover with some step back art there. Really, really cool. Another copy of cover. Just a word to the wise: if you're out in the wild and you come across Jack Ketchum shit, even if it's the reissued stuff, just buy the shit, man, because it's so hard to find. But anyway, let's go next. She Wakes. This is actually the best copy of She Wakes that I have. We got another rough copy, but who cares? Rather have the rough copies than no copies. And a third copy of She Wakes. So, well, shit. Let's just jump right into the hardcore Jack Ketchum. The Girl Next Door, which got to be one of the worst covers, silly covers, has nothing to do with the book, but the book is intense and it'll kick your ass. So you might as well go ahead and put on some punk rock, the Subhumans, or whatever the hell you want to listen to, because that's going to kick your ass. And that's a movie. I also have another copy. I used to have more copies of these, but like a dumbass, I gave them away. But at the time, I understood you couldn't find them, and I'm such a sweetheart, softy motherfucker. But anyway, let's keep on rocking. Joyride. Here's another brutal one. Fucking red. It's not that long, and this is on Headline. This is a British publisher. Um, Jack's gonna rip your heart out and fucking stab something up your ass. So just so you know, The Lost. Make a double stack. Peaceable Kingdom. Unfortunately, Jack's not no longer with us, but I got a chance to meet him at a horror convention at a bar, and what an absolute sweetheart of a man. So if you haven't read Ketchum, you're in for an absolute fucking treat. Hide and Seek, Stranglehold. Oh, a different copy. This is an embossed copy. It's so cool. Of Joyride. Old Flames in paperback. I think, yeah. Let me redo these. All right. So the first Jack Ketchum book was a fucking ball breaker. Off season on Warner. Is that Warner? Yeah. Fuck, I can't read that without my glasses. Um, Off season. Another off season. Like I say, if you can find Jack, buy them. Buy them up, man. That is embossed on there too. And this is probably the best copy of off season I have. So get off your ass and get some Jack Ketchum. Then after that came actually Offspring Part 2. So and then this is the reissue of it, and it says now a major motion picture and sitcoms, like Dusty Rhodes would say. There's Offspring again. This might be the author's preferred text. I don't know, but anywho, um, so let's get into some hardback Jack. No, we got one more paperback, and this is another one from Right to Life. Uh, Jack's not easy, man, but it's nice when you got some sign, Jack. That's a fact, Jack. Old Flames in hardback. Was that signed? You never know. Yes, Old Flames in hardback, signed by Jack. Cemetery Dance Edition. Roadkill. That's a headline. That's a British press. Awesome. Only Child. Here's another brutal one. Ladies' Night. That was on Silver Salamander Press, which John Palin's publishing company. Not signed. Try to find that son of a bitch. And then here's a later one. The Secret Life of Souls by Jack Ketchum and Lucky McKee. This is actually a library copy. There's another one. This is a signed one. The Crossings. This is another cemetery dance one. So some hard to find shit. And we'll finish up Jack Ketchum with The Girl Next Door in hardback. Introduction by Stephen King, and that is an Overlook press. I met the Overlook press guy, years and years ago. So that's Jack Ketchum, man. That's total badass. If you haven't read Ketchum, get your ass out there, try to find it, do whatever you got to do to get some Jack Ketchum. So, I'm assuming everybody's paying attention that we are putting out a book, Aurora Press, and this is it. So this is going to be kind of a quick advertisement. That you can still pre-order this. This is just a sample copy. It's going to be a flyer book. There's GBH right there. So it's going to be 304 pages, I think, four color cover. Well, actually, that's the cover, and that's the back cover. And this is just so imagine 300 pages of full color punk flyers from the Jockey Club in Newport, Kentucky. So I went ahead and picked out some 7 inches of bands that played the Jockey Club. One of my favorites, the Subhumans, classic British punk. These are in no order, and this is just random. The Cramps. Actually, this is red vinyl. I'm not going to take them out of the plastic. Fuck, who's got time for that shit? The Damned. Thanks for the night. Classic. What a show. Holy shit. Discharge. Fucking Discharge, so influential, man. I think of bands like Napalm Death and all these other bands, very influenced by Discharge. Oh, here we go. Too Drunk to Fuck. Dead Kennedys. Actually, these are these are pretty sweet. I got a ton of 7 inches in there. One of my all-time favorite bands. They Exploit It. Oh, somehow or another, we always end up back with GBH. Lords of the New Church. Stiv Bators. Brian James, R.I.P. Recently. Local. If you want to call Lexington local. Active Ingredients. Our buddy Lawrence Tarpey. Sweet guy, sweetheart. Oh, here's a signed copy of The Thangs. Local. Another local band. SS20, Wealth of Nations. H-Bomb Thunderstorm, Is God Listening, Drink Till You Drop. God, I remember every single song at the SS20. There's the back. Another local favorite. Snare and the Idiots. Recycle Garbage EP. The Edge. Victor. Mike Gregory was in there too. Local bands. And our buddies in Sluggo. So all these bands will have flyers to some degree in the book. It's a Freak Show Ace, which you can still pre-order from aurorapress.com. I'll have Betsy put all the links because I don't know how to do it. So you can still pre-order it. We are down to the last 2 edits, which may be done today. And so, but we decided to go with another printer in Michigan. So we're pushed back a couple weeks, but no big deal. So anyway, that's it. Chuck the Book Dweller, getting punk rocked out here and getting horrored out by Jack Ketchum. So I think that's it. But I'm going to try to start doing more videos because I got a fucking 5,000 books up there in the library. So, all right, everybody, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.